What is going on, guys? It's your boy Gabriel or Aqua, and I'm here with a brand new video. So today I would like to tell you the story of my coworker and when he told me that he met the devil. Disclaimer, if you believe or do not believe in God, this story is very interesting and I suggest giving it a listen. My coworker, he had just started working at my job. I work at a Trader Joe's right now. This man, he's kind of intimidating. He's not the type of guy that you want to meet in a dark alley on that type of level. But he's a really nice guy. Like, he's big, you know what I mean? He's cool. And he always just kind of gave me this like vibe, this like energy. I asked him like, oh, like, what is your faith? What do you believe in? And this guy, he looks at me and he tells me like, oh, I'm a Satanist. And I start asking him, you know, what does that mean? What does that entail? And he's saying all this different stuff about Satanism and what he believes, and that there's a lot of common misconceptions. And you know, this guy really sold it. Like, from what he said to me, he was making Satanism seem, you know, not all that bad. It was kind of scary almost, you know. I personally believe in God myself, but it was very, very interesting to hear this complete opposite point of view, you know. His point of view is that you are your own God, we are our own gods. Anyway, this guy proceeds to start to tell me that he had a friend, and his friend was into black magic and the dark arts. His friend would do rituals and sacrifices and all types of stuff, and one day he invited my coworker to join in one of these sacrifices. I think that the actual ritual was to try to summon the devil or talk to some sort of demon. After they did the ritual, they I kind of don't want to say it, they sacrificed a bunch of cats that they collected from the neighborhood. After they completed the ritual, nothing happened then. They all went home and they had this dream, a dream that told them like 66 days. They didn't remember much from the dream, but they remembered, you know, 66 days. So time passes, you know, a month or so go by. My coworker tells me he was living in this kind of like a, not a halfway home, but like a somewhere for like troubled youth. He was still kind of young, but a little bit over 18. He was walking and said that he was in Minnesota, and that the group home where he had to walk back to was a few miles away. He had went to his job that was a few miles out, and he was walking back home in a snowstorm. He said that he went to smoke a cigarette at a bench at this park while it's low-key blizzarding. This man approaches him. This man approaches him and he's wearing a very dark suit. So dark the suit almost looks black. But when he looks closer at the man approaching him, he notices that the suit is actually a crimson dark red, deep red. You can almost cannot tell. Man's clean shaven, white beard, white hair, and he sits down next to him. He knows my coworker's name. He calls him by his name and he says, "What is your wildest desire? I can make it happen for you." He's kind of looking at him at first and he's kind of like, what is this guy talking about? He doesn't believe it at first. He thinks this guy's fucking with him. He's crazy. The man asks my coworker for a cigarette. My coworker hands this man a cigarette. He puts it in his mouth. Puff, puff, puff. The cigarette lights with no lighter. Never handed him a lighter. He starts looking at this guy like, whoa, like, I think I know who I'm speaking to right now. My coworker proceeded to tell me that he sold his soul. He cannot tell me what he sold his soul for as part of the contract. He was told by the devil that he would be in touch and that he liked him. Currently, my coworker is training to be a boxer. Let me tell you, this man has the skill to make his dreams come true, and it's kind of scary. So I guess I will keep you updated on whether or not this man becomes a world famous boxer. Until the next video, this has been Gabriel or Aqua. Thank you for listening. Fuck you. Have a nice night.